The Secret Service secretly moves President Trump from Air Force One onto another plane after a credible Iranian assassination threat. New numbers show inflation cooling off with gas and prescription drug prices both dropping. Elon Musk unveils plans for a chip factory in Texas that would be 5 times bigger than any building on Earth. And in Michigan, a family survives 3 days lost in the woods after their raft breaks apart, eating flowers, bark, and even ants to survive until rescuers finally track them down. We'll get into all that and your quick hits now. What's up, guys? Welcome to the wrap up, where we break down the biggest stories of the week that you might have missed but definitely need to know. I'm your host, Selena. We begin with President Trump, who revealed this week that the Secret Service had him secretly swap planes after receiving a credible threat tied to Iran during a trip to Turkey. After a NATO summit in Ankara, Trump was seen publicly boarding the older Air Force One, the same plane that reporters and most staff also boarded. But according to the Washington Post, Trump was secretly pulled off that plane using a catering truck and moved onto a different military aircraft instead, without telling most of the people traveling with him that day. Only a small group of officials knew about the switch. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth secretly flew with the president on the plane, while Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent stayed behind on the original decoy flight. Trump later rejoined that first plane in secret, then switched again in public view onto the newer Air Force One. Trump confirmed the whole switch to reporters this week.
They wanted me to go on a different flight, a different plane, equal safety, but they wanted me to do it, so I do it. I do what they say. I guess there was a threat out there. I didn't really ask too much about it. I get a lot of threats.
When a reporter asked why it was too dangerous for him to fly on the original plane, but not too dangerous for the press to stay on it, Trump argued the opposite was true, saying, "I think actually the plane that I flew on was at a greater risk because that would be the plane that they would be more likely to go for." The White House said the government uses every tool at its disposal to protect the president from what it's called many enemies of America. Up next, new numbers out of this week show inflation cooling in places Americans really notice, like the gas pump and the pharmacy counter. The government's July inflation report showed prices rose just 0.1% from June, and the yearly inflation rate actually dropped slightly from 3.5% down to 3.4%. Gas prices dropped 2.9% for the month, right after an even bigger drop in June. So if you're driving your friends to the theater to see Spider-Man, it's gonna cost you a little less to fill up the tank. One of the biggest bright spots in the report was prescription drugs. Drug prices fell 0.8% in July, marking the 3rd month in a row they've gone down. In fact, prescription drug prices haven't increased at all this year. Grocery prices also stayed mostly flat, with the price of food at home actually dropping slightly for the month. Unfortunately, not everything got cheaper. Rent, medical care, and eating out all ticked up a bit in July, and prices are still higher than they were a year ago in plenty of categories. But for a report that economists were watching closely ahead of the Federal Reserve's next big decision on interest rates, cooling numbers on gas and medicine count as a win. In our next story, Elon Musk just announced plans for a building so massive it would smash the current world record. SpaceX and Tesla plan to build a giant computer chip factory in Grimes County, Texas, called Terafab. The plant is set to cover 100 million square feet. To put that in perspective, each side of the building could stretch almost 2 miles long. Right now, the largest building on the planet is the New Century Global Center in Chengdu, China, which covers about 19 million square feet. Terafab would be more than 5 times bigger than that. Musk says that Terafab would be the largest and most valuable building on Earth, and that it will be also stunningly beautiful. The factory will make advanced computer chips for both SpaceX and Tesla, combining several different manufacturing steps under one roof. According to Musk, the goal is to produce enough chips to keep up with the growing demand for artificial intelligence, robotics, and even future space travel. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the first phase of the project alone represents more than $16.8 billion in investment and will create 3,000 new jobs. Abbott summed it up simply: Texas is where the big ideas grow even bigger. And in our final story, a family lost becomes a family found after the efforts of some truly heroic rescuers. Jasmine Hawk, her cousin Sarah Vita, and Sarah's 9-year-old son Caden went tubing on Michigan's Muskegon River using rafts that were only meant for a swimming pool. During the trip, the rafts broke apart, leaving the group stranded in the woods along the riverbank with no way to get themselves out. They survived out there for 3 days. The family had packed protein bars and water, but the two women gave every bit of it to young Caden, choosing to go without so he wouldn't have to. They survived on flowers, bark, and even ants. That's when Michigan rescuers stepped up in a big way. State police and the Department of Natural Resources launched a full-scale search, bringing in a K-9 unit and conservation officers who spent hours combing through dense forest. Dramatic video from the rescues shows officers wandering through thick grass, calling out for the family again and again until they finally got an answer.
Make some noise!
They're just beyond that tree line.
When they found the group, a rescuer wrapped his arms around one of the exhausted women and told her, good job," while gently checking to see if she could stand.
I'm forcing myself.
Michigan State Police credited the rescue to multiple agencies coming together under one unified command, calling it a true team effort from everyone involved: officers, K-9 handlers, conservation workers, and volunteers who refused to stop searching until they brought this family home. And now it's time for Quick Hits. President Donald Trump announced on Wednesday Caroline Leavitt will leave her role as White House press secretary at the end of the month. The president said she will be departing her role so she can spend more time with her beautiful young children and family, adding it's a decision he totally understands and respects. Paramount CEO David Ellison says he'll start relocating the movie studio out of California unless the state's attorney general agrees to settle a lawsuit over Paramount's merger with Warner Bros. Discovery. Paramount's board already approved the relocation plan with Texas, Tennessee, and Georgia under consideration as a new home. California's attorney general fired back, accusing Paramount of trying to blackmail the state into approving the deal. A high school football player in Arkansas practiced a full hour with a venomous cottonmouth snake curled up inside his helmet. Staff found the 2-foot-long serpent after he left the field, saying something felt off. Animal Services removed the snake safely, and the new team rule is simple: check your gear for snakes before you put it on. A tractor trailer hit a highway overpass in South Nyack, New York, and flipped onto its side, sending debris flying across the road. The rig then hit a parked car, sending that driver to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Guess that overpass was in his blind spot? The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to Josh Kushner and former Disney CEO Bob Iger for about $12.5 billion, the biggest price tag ever for a U.S. sports franchise. Current owner Mark Walter bought the team just 14 months ago for $10 billion. Pretty nice flip. The sale still needs NBA approval. And finally, a viral TikTok video shows a house cat standing his ground in an epic face-off with a black bear and winning the standoff. One commenter put it best: cats will square up with the bear, but a vacuum is where they draw the line. That's it for this episode. We'll see you back here next week on another episode of The Wrap-Up. Thank you for watching The Wrap-Up. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe at PragerUkids.com, and we'll see you back here next week on The Wrap-Up.